Hello, everyone. Uh, Today we have a guest from a different country. But this guy is amazing. He's from the content creation field. He's a photographer and he's a really amazing videographer. Content creation is really art for him. So I would like to introduce Mr. Jerus. Mr. Jerus,
Yo, what's up? Yo,
how
what's
are you?
up? How are you? Thank you so much for having me here. Zia, Z-I-A.
Yes,
Okay.
ZIA. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope I don't forget that name. so,
So
good, bro.
thank you for coming, by the way, all the way
You're
from
welcome.
Dubai.
My pleasure.
And
Cool.
I know the pain.
2 hours and a half. Is
Yes.
it right? 2 hours and a half. Traffic?
So really, really thank you, and twice thank
You're
you
welcome.
because I know how it is difficult to coming from Dubai to Sharjah.
Yeah.
So
All
Jeruz,
good, man.
we have seen you a lot, and everybody is actually um, loving you. You are making funny videos, you're making skits, you're making
Yeah.
videos who are actually um, making people laugh
Yeah.
in a way they are actually learning and still on the same time laughing.
Sure. True.
So, who is Jeruz first of all? If you would like to just tell about yourself.
Ooh, tell about myself, man. How far back do you want me to talk about
I
myself?
was actually reading about you. I think you are the founder of one of the company. I forgot actually
Yeah,
the.
I have my own company, so I'm running my own company called Creative Comic.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm well. Okay, so let's go back a bit longer. So I came from the Philippines.
Mhm.
I've been living in Dubai for 2007. So just do the math for me. 17 years.
Yeah,
2007,
almost.
yeah,
Yes,
so
almost.
17 years. So yeah, I'm that old. And I started photography right after that, like 2008. Then yeah, it's a long journey. I work for a corporate for like 10 years, and then after that I decided to build up my own company. And then 2019 I started to start my Instagram,
Mhm.
social media. I started because it's about me, because I have this passion of trying to improve myself.
Mm.
Yeah, I always find ways to improve myself. And also I like making people laugh. I like inspiring people. And I found that Instagram is the best platform for my style, for myself. So I started 2019, and then luckily, I took off. I got known by photographers and different brands, and yeah, and hear me now. So yeah, that's my short backstory.
So see, Jeruz, starting from the Philippines,
Yeah.
uh, you have started photography, and mostly
Mm.
people have started like I'm talking about Asian people. I'm not talking about the different
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
Mostly people, whoever wants to learn the photography, they will be going for weddings
Mm-hmm.
because from for them wedding is the most critical and the hardest part because you have to capture everything because there is nothing staged.
Yeah. Sure.
So what is your journey, what you have started first?
Well, in photography, if you will ask me, I started shooting concerts. So it's kind of different approach. But I started here in Dubai. I started in Dubai. So I started because I was a musician back in the day in the Philippines. I was playing in a band. And then when I came here, there's no music. I don't have a band. So for me, I'm trying a way to still be in music. You know, even without being in music, if you know what I mean. So I thought of like taking pictures. So I went to different concerts, gigs, bars. So that's how I started my photography journey. And then eventually, yeah, it's just I learned filmmaking. I learned animation. I learned different stuff. Social media, marketing, and then after 10 years, I managed to use all of those abilities to start my own company. So yeah, again, as I told you, it's all about always trying to find ways to build myself, to
Yeah.
learn, to improve. So that's what I always try to go for.
So suppose let's say if I talk about Jerus,
Yeah.
uh the word comes photographer.
Yeah.
Okay. So nowadays, like if you're talking about Instagram and a
Yeah.
content creator, if you're talking about for only purely photographers,
Yeah.
back in the days when Instagram has started, they actually promoting photographers. But right
Yeah.
now, if you see photographers, I
Mm.
think they are dead because of the algorithm.
That's somehow true. Yeah.
Instagram actually pushing only the reels.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have pictures within the reel itself, it
Mm-hmm.
goes viral. But photography itself, like people used to use a
Yeah.
platform called Flickr.
Mhm.
Behance and Instagram for the portfolio itself.
Yeah.
But now I think it's dead. So, what is
Yeah.
your opinion? What is your take?
Yeah. So here's my thing. Yeah, I'm a photographer, but not so many people know that I'm actually a filmmaker. Like
Mhm.
I consider myself more of a filmmaker
Mhm.
than a photographer. That was before Instagram. Okay,
Okay.
I was creating short films, music videos, corporate videos. That was before Instagram. Then when I started Instagram, then back then it was photographers platform, right? So I started posting pictures. Then I got known for being a guy posting pictures, even though I do more videos, right? So eventually people just know me as photographer, and I just went with that. And it's well, it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, so that's the backstory. Now for your question, okay, for me, I understand that photography right now is harder in on Instagram. But for me, I always find ways to be relevant. If you look at my previous, if you've been following me for 5 years now, I always find ways to be relevant. I always go with the flow, go with the trend. Because I always say this during my workshop. Like there's photographers on my workshop. I always ask this to them, like if you're still posting the same thing that you're posting 3 4 years ago, then you're doing it wrong.
Yes. You
Right?
have to go with the flow.
Yeah, you have to change, right? I
Yeah.
mean, like, don't let. I mean, see, there's no way the platform will adjust to you. Like, you
Yes.
should adjust to the platform. So yeah, that's what I always do. That's why until now, 5 years later, well, I can say that I'm still here. I'm still reaching more people. I'm still finding ways to be to be relevant, as I said. So again, it's go with the flow, follow the trend. Don't be afraid to change your content or tweak your content a little bit. See, I'm still in photography, even though I do funny skits, I do some reels, but still, if you look, I'm still a photographer. You know, so yeah, that's my advice.
So, how do you feel about when, okay, let's suppose, for example, one client contacted you,
Yeah,
okay, and he's asking for a photographer,
yeah.
and there is a gig for only purely photography, and he's saying we need one photographer who can take a videos
Mm-hmm.
as well
Mm-hmm.
for as a reel or maybe like that. So he's paying you actually as a photographer, and
Yeah.
he's asking you to do something extra, and he's not counting you as a videographer. So how do you tackle that kind of client, or maybe you just straight away no, I don't want to do.
Okay, that's a very very controversial topic. I know a lot of photographers that will not do video at the same time. Uh, for me, I have different take. See, again, you have to adapt, right? Things are changing. 5 10 years ago, if you asked me to do both photo and video, I would say no, for sure. Right now, like back in the day, it's harder to do video, both photo and video at the same time. But now with the camera these days, it's kind of one click and you do video.
See, I got your point, and I would agree with you
Yeah.
on certain of levels. But see, suppose you have a camera in your hand
Mm,
and you're taking pictures of a unique moment,
yeah.
and you're taking a picture.
Yeah.
You cannot switch directly from picture to a video and capture the same moment. You will miss something, a
That's
percentage
true.
of
That's true.
something.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus, okay, I would agree with you. But right now, let's say, suppose if client has reached
Mm-hmm.
you and he's asking you to be a photographer and he's
Mm.
paying you be to be a photographer.
Oh,
Yes.
I forgot to mention that it depends on the price.
Yes.
It depends on the price. If this is the same price to the foreign video, I would say no.
Yeah.
If you double that, then
That's fine.
let's talk.
That's
We
fine.
talk. We talk. It also depends on the job. If
Yes.
it is events, it's okay, right? But if it is like corporate stuff,
Yes.
so again, it depends on the scenario. It depends on the job, and it depends on the money.
Okay, so let's talk about films since we have started. I have asked this question with a lot
Mm-hmm.
of filmmakers.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Film has started with the TV box,
Mm-hmm.
okay, with the different ratio format. Then it became a YouTube format, like 16 by 9 right now. Somebody is asking you to make a film in a
Yeah.
16 by 9, and he's asking you to make something from out of it, a reel. How do
Real.
you hate reels being a
Ah,
filmmaker?
oh yeah. I mean, we've all been there, bro. We've all been there. Uh, but again, see, these days the camera these days can capture high resolution. Like you can do 4K or even
Yes.
6K, and you can just frame it. Frame it a bit wider. Yeah, it's much harder. But sometimes, again, it's sometimes you have to adapt,
Yes.
right? So yeah, so if I need to do that,
Mm.
then I will shoot in higher resolution, go wider. But yeah, yeah, yes, it affects the quality, the workflow. But it's just a matter of like experience, of
Yeah.
trial and error.
So let's talk about see something. Maybe if somebody is there who just came recently to UAE, okay, and
Yeah.
he wants to be in photography, he wants to
Mm,
be in filmmaking things, and he wants to learn.
yeah.
In your point of view, what is the most important thing to start your journey, either being a photographer or maybe a
Mm-hmm.
filmmaker? Because do you think equipment are really important? Do you think a
Mm-hmm.
passion is really important, or do you think opportunity is really important?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that he could start from zero scratch?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think he should start with passion. Everything should start with passion, because it doesn't matter how many equipments you have. It doesn't matter how expensive your equipments are. If you don't have passion, it will not work. So first, you need to find your passion. You need to build your passion, and then you just need to use whatever you have, whatever resources you have. Man, these days, 2024, we have so
Yeah,
many equipments, and they're not even that expensive. Like
yeah,
if you
yeah,
remember back in the day, for sure you started way back. Like if you want to start photography, man, I think minimum 5,000, 7,000.
yeah. Because
Right?
nowadays the cameras are actually
Yeah,
very reachable for
yeah, and
everyone.
phones.
Yeah, phones.
You can
Yes,
start with phones. I know a lot of amazing photographers, creators that are just using
only
phones,
phones.
and you
Yes.
cannot even tell if it's phone or a camera, right? So see, whatever works for you, whatever you're comfortable, whatever is accessible for you, use it.
My question for mobile filmmakers.
Hmm.
Okay. Since we are living in an era of iPhone right now,
Yeah.
and iPhone is really amazing, and it's
Yeah. Yeah.
competing with
True.
a
True.
lot of cameras right now.
True.
Okay, it could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Hmm.
But if you're talking about the iPhone, maybe 15 or 16,
Hmm.
iPhone is actually promoting iPhone as a filmmaker tool right
Yeah.
now. So you are having accessories,
Hmm.
small rig,
Hmm.
extensions, maybe some ND filters. My question is that if you are into really much that kind of accessories,
Hmm.
why don't you use camera?
That's so true. Exactly. If you're already spending that much accessories, why not just go a camera, right? Yeah, that's something that I don't really understand yet, because I'm not a mobile shooter. I'm still sticking with shooting with cameras.
Mm.
So yeah, I cannot really, I don't have an insight with that. So I don't know what do you think, why they still use phone if they're already spending the same amount of money.
Yeah,
But again, like what I said, just use whatever you're comfortable,
comfortable.
right? Whatever you have access to, just go for it. See, as long as see, I believe that if you're really that passionate, bro, like you can make work, whatever you have,
Whatever work, yes.
whatever you have. Like me, even me, I don't need to hold my actual camera, my R3 or my R5. I don't need those. Sometimes I create content with Insta 360 or even my phone,
Yes, yes.
right?
Because you have eye here.
Yeah, and story, which is there's many more things that are far more important than camera quality. Story, which is sure way should be way more important than camera. So yeah,
So
yeah.
what was Jruz's first gig here in Dubai? And what was your amount? Like what you
Oh
have got
shoot,
paid?
first gig. Okay, as a photographer.
Whatever, like being a content creator, being a filmmaker, whatever.
Okay,
Like whenever you
I
start.
think I would say, because when I started here in Dubai, I was a street vendor.
Okay.
I started selling on the street, and that's how I started my passion. So when I came here, I don't have job. I can't find any job. So tried to, because I don't know anything. I graduated marine transportation, seaman.
Mm, mm.
That was my course. And when I came here, I don't have experience. I was young. So what I did was, I want to study. I want to study because I want to change my career. I want to have a different path. So what I did was I sold on the street. I sold some stuff. I sold some. You know, have you before there was like those audio CDs,
Yeah,
the burning CDs.
yeah,
Then you need to put design
yes,
stuff.
yes, yes.
Exactly. I was in Karama. I
Okay,
was sitting on a on a staircase,
okay.
and I offered those to different kabayans. You know,
Oh,
yes, I so basically choose 20 songs, and what do you want to put on top? I will design it for you. So
okay.
that's what I sold back in the day, and I sold a bunch of them. So that's what, if you will ask my first gig, that was it. That was my first gig. I was selling on the street. Because I like designing. I'm really into arts
Mm,
even when I was younger. So that was like, I was like, okay, let's do that. Let's use that to fund my studies. So once I accumulated some money, I started graphic designing,
mm,
and that's basically transformed my life,
mm,
from street vendor,
mm.
then studying graphic designer, and that's it. Like graphic designing, then learning photography, learning videography, animation, even website, social media marketing. I've studied a lot. I went through a lot
You have a long
to.
story, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like while you are speaking, I'm imagining if you have read about the story of Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, yeah. I have read. Yeah, same exact thing.
So he was coming from the street itself, and he wrote a
Mm-hmm.
first writing of his story. And I want to perform in that. Because of that, I will not charge you. So
Mm-hmm.
while you are speaking your story, I'm having that kind of imagination that
Same.
Jeruz started from scratch, and now, mashallah, you are a very good photographer, well known person.
Yeah.
So, Jeruz, see, for so many people,
Mm-hmm.
you are a favorite creator.
Yeah.
For so many people, if you're talking about a different nationality, even if you take from Pakistan, India,
Yeah.
from Philippines,
Sure. Yeah.
or different countries, you are a person who has achieved some level in Dubai itself. And
Mm-hmm.
mashallah, you are a brand ambassador of
Mm.
Canon. Who is your favorite content creator around the world? That's okay.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, on top of my mind, I will go for Peter McKinnon and Casey Neistat. Those are
Okay.
my top two creators. When I started like social media, or even before, like those are the two guys that I always watch, and I always get inspired, especially by Peter McKinnon. I like how he tells story,
Mhm,
um, and also his style and his charisma, his
mhm.
character. That's actually what I not tried to emulate, but I tried to show more of my character to people,
Yes.
because that's, I think that's his biggest strength. Peter McKinnon, I think his biggest strength is his charisma, is his character, not really his photography, but his charisma.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really out there. So that's what I'm really trying to achieve. Like I want people to see the real me.
Mm.
So whoever Jerus you see online, that's the real me. You can even ask this guy right here, Rahul. Like whatever you see on social media, that's definitely me. So that's one of the huge advice I can say to people, that if you're building your social media, just show your true self.
Yeah.
You don't have to fake, because if you fake it, man, it will be very hard. It will be very toxic for you if you imagine every day you're showing different person online. That will be very hard.
So, what is your creative process, Jeruz? Like, suppose I'm your client.
Mm-hmm.
I come to you that, okay, I want my campaign to be short, or
Yeah,
maybe e-commerce style, or
yeah,
maybe fashion style. So what
yeah.
is your first step? How do you tackle that kind of a client, or any client?
See, my clientels right now are more into social media.
Mm,
Aside from events, my yeah, it's more social media. So before, yeah, I do a lot of fashion, I do a lot of corporate, but now it's changed. Like the industry changed,
mm,
So a lot of my more works are revolve on social media, more into like 15 seconds, 30 seconds. So I rarely shoot landscape horizontal
mm.
content anymore. It's more about vertical. That's
Yes.
how much social media I work these days. So for me, since it's all about social media, uh, because I'm very quick in thinking content, especially short form content. So I don't think that I do a lot of like pre-production. I'm not like,
Uh-huh.
for me it's more instantaneous.
Mhm.
Like one day I'll wake up, I have this idea, let's do it. Yeah.
So what is your inspiration? Like, okay, let's talk about, see something maybe if you have a content creation, like I'm talking
Mm.
about the nowadays.
Yeah.
We work so many brands as well, and
Mm.
what I have figured it out, if any brand is approaching you, they have a mood board. Okay, they
Yeah.
have already styled copied from someone else,
True.
so they'll give you the reels, just copy paste it like the same style.
Mm.
Maybe the location is different, the music is
Mm.
different, but the style, the poses and everything, it has to be copied because it
Mm.
is a viral reel.
Okay.
So do you think, because of Instagram, because of TikTok, and because of the virality,
Mm.
uh, like people are morely thinking about that we have to be in the limelight.
Mm.
So do you think the content creation, the original part of art, it's
Mm.
dead because
Yeah.
only getting famous?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I think my answer would be it depends on the creator. Because for me, clients they come to me because of my style, because of my my presence, social media presence, my style, my humor. So whenever they give me a campaign or a product, they usually just let me whatever I'm comfortable
Yeah. So you have a
doing.
full freedom.
I have full freedom because again because they follow me on Instagram, they know my style. That's why they give me full freedom. Now there's some creators that they don't have much of following. They're more like a videographer. Then yes, I understand that they just have to do whatever the client wants them
Yeah.
to do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But for me, it's kind of different because I have my own style, I have my own, so yeah, for me, I'm lucky to have these clients and brands that's just let me do whatever I want. For example, like Canon, they will just give me the product and maybe some gallery guidelines, but still, it's still going to be my style, my ideas, So yeah, it depends on the scenario.
But how do you rate this kind of thought that people are actually making content just to be famous, not to
Mm.
put your content showing your art?
Yeah. There's a difference between, like, if you see my content, like, you still see that there's a passion. There's the photography is still there. And there's some creators that they will just do whatever is trending. And the thing is, you will feel it. You will see it, bro. You will see it. Usually they're not that comfortable. They don't look comfortable with the camera, and it doesn't look genuine at all.
Yes, yes.
So for me, I would always suggest to follow whatever you feel is your whatever you're comfortable, whatever you love doing. Yes, you can still follow different trends. I still do. I still follow different trends, but I still try to come up with my own. You know, as much as I can, I will still try to come up with my own, or I will tweak those trends. I will try to tweak
Yeah,
them.
with
You
your
know,
essence.
yeah, exactly, with my style, with my touch, or I will relate them to photography. You know, so yeah, I don't really do copy exact thing, but I will try to tweak it. So my suggestion is try to put your personal touch. Don't try to just copy it
Yes, 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 yes.
100%. To just yeah, try to also create your own thing. Yeah.
So Jruzz, my question is, mashallah, you are a Canon guy, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you are a Canon partner.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the process? How Canon has approached you, or
Mm-hmm.
you have approached Canon? What was the process? How
uh,
did you become so much famous
was my relationship with Canon, basically, or how I got into
into
Canon.
Canon? Yes, yes,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, this is very interesting story. This is a story shows my fighting spirit, my attitude towards especially rejection. So when I started Instagram about 2019, I, of course, like every one of us, has this fascination of collaborating with the brands that we use, like Canon. So 2019, I emailed them. I sent an email, introduced myself, asked if I can collaborate with you guys. So I emailed this guy. His name is Zamak. Hello, Zamak. So I emailed him 2019, and then he didn't reply.
Okay.
And for me, I felt rejected.
Yes.
It's rejection. For me, that's rejection. And for me, I take rejection very seriously.
Okay.
Like, the more you reject me, the more I will prove to you
Yes.
that you're wrong.
I
That
have I have I have the
it's,
same
it's,
same
it's
thing.
a
Yes.
fraction. So time and time again, I have this kind of attitude that if I get rejection, I will be more fueled. I will be more motivated. You know what I promised myself? I promised myself, give me 2 years. Give me 2 years. I will work hard
You will
on my
contact
social
me.
media, and you're the guys. You guys are going to knock on my door.
Yeah.
Give me 2 years. So here how it went. So I went to Instagram. Still, keep posting. Working so hard, creating content. Then exactly after 2 years, I got a message from the same guy. That I same guy. He sent me a message on my Instagram. Exactly 2 years, bro. I'm telling you, it's so strange. It's exactly 2 years. And then when I went to, because that was still pandemic back, and then we went on a Zoom meeting, and then I told him the story. Hey, did you know that I actually sent you an email in 2019? Oh, really? And then, yeah, go to your email, check it. And then he saw my email that, okay, yeah,
He
you
didn't
sent my
have to
email,
say
yeah.
anything.
He saw the email for sure. So that was like that. It's just me. It's just, again, if I get rejected, but I'll just be more hardworking. You know, so it's proving your doubters wrong.
Yeah.
So I have this kind of passion. Yeah, so that was the story how I got into Canon. But yeah, so my relationship with Canon, it's a yearly agreement, you know um and then basically just supporting them,
Yeah.
like helping them
Mm.
promoting their products, and then if they have campaigns, like helping them and content. Whenever I do content, I always make sure that Canon is always like right in there. So it's more of like how can I say that, give and take
Yeah.
relationship. There's no do this, do that. There's no list of things to do.
Mm.
It's just showing support to each other.
So see, since we have a different cameras in the market,
Mhm.
every camera has a different science, different options, different
Strengths.
algorithm strengths. Okay.
True.
So what is the one thing that you would like to request Canon that they have to change for your content strength? See, I'm a Sony guy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I love Canon colors only
Yeah,
in
true.
photography.
True. Yeah.
I love Canon colors. Straight out of camera, it's amazing.
True.
Sony, I don't like it because you have to process so much things to become a Canon.
Mhm.
So Canon is almost on the top. Sony, I don't like it. Not just but for video, yes, okay, because you have a good sensor, you have a good ISO, you have a good autofocus.
Mhm.
So what is the one thing that you would like to request Canon? They need to change
Mhm.
in any of this strength.
Well, I think one thing which everyone agrees, they need to open their cameras to third party lenses, which is right because right now,
Yes.
right now you can only use RF, which is, see, if I'm starting right now, if I'm starting photography right now or videography, and I will check the prices, man, if I cannot get third party lenses with Canon, I will go with other brands,
Yeah.
right? Because it's way cheaper to get third party lenses,
Yes.
right? So that's one thing. That's why for me sometimes it's harder for me to sell Canon because I have a code. I have a promo code, by the way. If you want to use my code, Jruzz20 on Canon website, you get up to 20% discount. So as I said, that it's hard for me to attract beginners because if they see the price list, if they calculate the price list, and they see the lenses, which is of course more expensive, so it's much harder for beginners to go for Canon. So that's why I don't blame why other brands are getting more, more people.
So
Yeah.
if you have to choose any of the camera with the Canon range,
Mhm.
which camera do you prefer and which camera do you recommend? Any of the filmmaker or photographer who
Mhm.
is actually a professional. Not
Professional.
I'm not talking about the beginners. I'm talking
Okay.
about the professional. So which camera do you recommend? Which series do you recommend? The most versatile camera.
Okay. Personally, I use R5 and the R3. But I always say this: I don't really suggest those because they're very expensive,
Yes.
and the specs is just it's too high. Like personally, I don't think I maximize the specs of those cameras, to be
Yeah.
honest, because those were given to me.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, I mean, it's free, so just take it. But if I will spend my own money, I don't think I will go for R5
Mm,
or R3. I think I would go for like what your camera R6
mm.
R6. I'll go for R6 Mark II. It's much affordable, and the specs is just just right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'll go for the R6 series.
R6
Yeah.
is the best like you can recommend for any of the
For
thing.
for
Yeah.
the budget, if I will recommend someone,
Mm,
I'll go for the R6. But again, if they have the money, if they have all the money, go for R5. Go for the
okay.
R3. Go for the R1. You
R1.
know. But if you're looking for the balance between the price and the specs, it's the R6 series.
Okay. So being a photographer, everybody loves editing.
Hmm.
Okay. So how do you rate? Let's suppose if you're doing a photography for any of the event or maybe landscape something, are you the guy who wants to have everything original, everything right from the camera, or you love to do something manipulation?
Oh yeah, if you'll see my pictures, it's edited. I always say to photographers that editing is 50% of photography,
Yeah.
which is
No,
true.
let's talk about. See, I understand your point,
Hmm.
but suppose you want to capture an aeroplane going through a
Yeah,
moon,
yeah,
but it's a very rare. You have to practice. You have to keep an eye of every
yeah.
range, maybe the right time. But if you cannot achieve that, do you believe that we can manipulate through Photoshop?
Personally, I wouldn't do that. I manipulate, but I just add elements. I'll just add clouds. I'll just add maybe some flowers but actually faking the scenario. I I don't think I ever done that. Unless if I ever done that, I will surely put it in the caption that hey, this is what I did out of my creativity because I don't think I will ever achieve that. I will put it in the caption. But if some like I know a lot of photographers do that. Personally, if I will do that, I will put a disclaimer that
Mm,
I did that.
yeah,
And I don't believe in that. For me, if it's really impossible to do it, by all means.
but don't you think that doing a manipulation is also art?
Oh yes, for sure. Yes, it is art. It
Because
is
if
art.
you
Yeah,
don't have a
yeah,
thought to make something from scratch, let's suppose if
yeah,
you have something in your image
yeah,
in your subject and you're creating something from scratch because this is your thought, you're
yeah,
thinking, nobody is thinking about. So if
yeah,
you're adding something to enhance this quality, this is also art.
yeah. It's art because there's creative thoughts behind it. Like as I said before, you even try to do it, you have a thought of it,
Yeah,
right? And that's basically what art's all about.
yeah,
Art is all about imagination
yes,
and executing whatever you have in mind. So it's an art. But again, as long as you put a disclaimer
yeah.
that you manipulate that you created that, I'm all for it. But if you try to like to just
Okay,
fool
so
people,
Jeru, see, you are really famous, and I like your work, and I love your work.
mm,
Everybody knows you. Um, I can see my Instagram page. I can find maybe more than 35 to 50 people who are actually mutual followers of
yeah.
yours. So everybody follows you. Um, in a lifetime, since you have started photography or filmmaking, have you found something like somebody stole your photography, like any picture, any film, any video, and you found it,
You mean stole
like your
like
content?
like copied
Yeah.
yeah
Not copy. Like, see, maybe you have taken this picture from your perspective.
oh yeah
Somebody else taken it. That's okay.
yeah
Taking your picture from your Instagram or from your website, and he has used by his name,
mm.
and you found it.
Yeah, I think yes, I've encountered a lot of that, but it's more of those reshared accounts like Dubai, some whatever Dubai reshared accounts. They will take your picture and they will not even credit you.
Given credit, yes.
No, they'll just repost it. But yeah, I've encountered that so many times that I already lost patience to report them. Before I used to report each one of them, but I just got to be honest, it's very tiring, man. It's like every day you see your post, and then should I just go through reporting it?
Yeah.
And if you reported something on Instagram, you know how hard it is to report on Instagram.
Yes.
Like there's it's not just one click. It's like so many options, and you have to provide the raw file
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and links whatsoever. So it's just very tiring to do that. But recently, what's good is Instagram doesn't push the low quality post, because if they stole your picture, it means they're only taking the low quality file, right?
Maybe the screenshot or something. Yeah.
Exactly. So now Instagram knows which ones are the original, which ones are just the screenshots. So these days they don't push those kind of channels anymore. So for me, it's just, yeah, it's okay.
So see, being in a UAE, we
Yeah.
have been living for the longer time. You've been living for the
Mm.
almost 20 years here.
Yeah.
For content creators, do you think it's obvious thing that we do have to have permissions on
Yes.
every
True.
street?
True.
I have seen your one post when you were taking time lapse,
Yeah.
and you said that there are hardly 5 times you will find clouds in UAE, and you want to capture them,
Yes.
and you
True.
don't have a chance to capture them because you
Oh, that
have
was a long
preparation.
time ago, bro.
Yeah, I have seen your that post.
Wow, that was like 3, 4 years ago.
I have seen that.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I can't believe that how long it is. Okay. So yeah. Okay. What's the
So,
question?
have you caught by someone, any police, any security, something when you
Oh
were
yeah.
taking?
Well, come on. We dealt with securities for breakfast every time. Yeah. It's annoying. It's like it's great. Any creative people worst nightmare, being
Yes.
restricted. But even though I understand them, because that's their job, and also security concerns, and also culture. Like your culture, they're very meticulous with getting their pictures taken. So I understand that, but times are changing. They need to adapt, which is they're adapting. A lot of recent structures or development are accepting photography. For example, I'll give you example: Muhammad bin Rashid Library.
Yes.
You go there right now
You're
with a
talking about
camera.
HIPAA.
HIPAA?
Mohammed
This
bin.
library, this big library,
Yes, 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 yes.
the new one, right? You go there, take your camera, take a picture. No one will bother you. I just went there like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, with a model. No issues.
Wow.
So yeah, so Dubai is becoming like that. So they're trying to open to creators these days, which is good, which I really like. So it's good that I see Dubai right now like that. But as a traveler, in my experience, that traveling to different countries, they're really more open compared to the UAE.
How was your
Yeah.
experience in Georgia?
Oh yeah, Georgia is good. Like yeah, so I've been to Georgia, Kazakhstan, even the US. I'll compare US, New York. I'll compare New York, bro. I went to New York. I went to the what's it called this Manhattan. I went to the Apple,
Mm,
the Apple, the big Apple store, the biggest Apple store in Manhattan.
mm,
Dude, that's Apple store,
mm.
and I was vlogging. I was taking pictures, and I even have a tripod.
Okay.
I had a tripod,
Okay.
and the security guard was just looking at me. That's it,
Okay.
because they understand.
Yeah.
There's that if this guy creates content, it means he will post on social media,
Yeah.
and then social media it will help promote our product, which just makes sense, right? So they're more open minded in this kind of stuff. But here, go to even Jumbo, just go to Jumbo, take some picture. I'm telling you, you will get kicked out.
I remember I went to Georgia to shoot one music video.
Yeah,
So I was really afraid. I was having a gimbal and my
yeah,
camera and
because
everything.
what
Yeah,
situation
because I
here?
have a bad experience here. So what I did on the trial basis in the night time, I took my gimbal and a
Yeah,
camera itself and everything. So I was trying to shoot in front of. If you have seen this place, I love Georgia.
yeah, that one.
This place is called Medan.
Okay.
So I was shooting in front of them, and there was a police mobile. So I was waiting for them to
To
catch me. So at least I will know that tomorrow morning what I have to face it. They said, Kali Wali,
yeah, just do
shoot
it.
whatever
Yeah,
you want.
exactly.
So I was really happy that there is no restriction, man. I can shoot anywhere. I
That's
went to Gadari. I went to,
Gadori. Yeah,
yeah, you
Gadori
can
is.
find this
Oh, the
picture.
Gadori is good.
This is the picture I have taken
Oh,
there.
Gadori, I've been there. Is this Gadori too?
No, this is Pakistan.
I
This is
yeah.
Kashmir. And this is Georgia.
I went during the winters of snow. It was snowing in Gadori. Yeah.
This place, when I was there, it was with my wife. I took a
Uh,
picture.
yeah.
When I went to shoot, it was full of snow.
Oh, full of snow.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
was
Yeah.
thinking that this is not, there is no the snow, but it was full of snow. So I was having an imagination, this is kind of a Narnia, complete Antarctica, man. It
Oh
was
yeah.
huge.
Georgia is so good. Just same. I went there during winter, man. It's so good. But yeah, like we said, but the freedom of creating content,
Yeah.
creating it just just using the camera in general. Like other
Yes,
countries, it's more open. But what is we should be thankful in the UAE is the safety,
safety. Yes.
like the confidence of pulling out the camera, not getting stolen, or just leaving your bag in general. You know, just leave it there, go find a place, go back, your camera still be there. That's the only thing that really glad here in the
So,
UAE.
what is the most beautiful thing of Dubai which you have felt living so many years in Dubai
Mm-hmm.
comparatively with New York, different
Mm-hmm.
countries, or even Philippines or
Yeah.
different countries? So, what is the most beautiful thing you find in Dubai
Oh man, it's a skyline. I think
skyline?
skyline. I'm really. If you see my pictures, I'm more really into cityscapes, landscape
Mm,
and cityscapes of
mm.
the UAE, and I'm always attracted by the skyline. For me, it's very unique. Like I've seen so many skyline, but it's just it's this Burj Khalifa, like just one single thing sticking right above all. It changes the overlook of the skyline. And I've seen New York, I've seen different kind of skyline, but it's Dubai. It's very unique. It's the
Very
Burj
unique.
Khalifa, making it very special. Yeah. But again, I still love other countries, especially New York. I'm Manhattan. For me, it's like it's like Dubai, but let's say 100 times bigger. You
100
know,
times bigger.
so it's like if you enjoy shooting Dubai skyline, oh, you will enjoy more New
I
York.
have seen one guy who actually recorded Manhattan from scratch for 30 years.
Oh, really?
He was living actually in front
Time
of
lapse?
a time lapse.
Wow.
So he started shooting time lapse starting when there was no Manhattan skyscrapers, and now there
Wow.
is a skyscrapers. So 30 years completely combined. I think it was published in National Geographic something. So I
Yeah,
saw him actually on YouTube. So he was showing everything every
that's
year
good.
from starting from 1988 till
Wow.
now.
Wow.
It was huge, huge man.
Yeah, for sure. There's someone out there in Dubai doing that for
Yes,
sure.
we maybe we don't know him right now. So, what is your favorite style of photography or filmmaking?
For photography, I think I would always go for style, right? Photography style.
Like, what is the genre? Like, maybe there are different kind of thing, fashion,
For
street.
me, cityscape. I always love doing cityscape
Mm,
and landscape. That's like my bread and butter. But I still shoot some portraits.
mm.
I still shoot, but I always go back to shooting sunsets. Shooting
What is
the.
the thought when you're shooting sunsets? What is the thought in your mind that you are feeling? Like, let's suppose, for example,
Mm,
somebody is going on a beach. Okay,
yeah,
he's having a relaxed time and he's sitting there having a coffee
yeah.
on, and he's laying
Mm,
down on sand
mm.
and he's relaxing. So, what is your peaceful thought in your mind to capture when you are shooting a
Well, you
sunset?
you answered your own question. It's the peace.
A piece.
It's for me. It's just being in front of the sunset.
Mm,
Nobody else around you. The fresh breeze of air,
mm,
the warmth, the peace, man. It's just going away from whatever BS going around you. It's a different feeling. So
mm.
that's why I think I gravitated towards shooting sunset, because when I started shooting landscape photography, I was going through tough times in my life. So I think that helped me kind of go through those kind of moments. So yeah, whenever I'm stuck, whenever I'm feeling down, I usually just go to Jeddah Walk. You probably know that
Yes, yes,
place.
yes, yes.
Even set up a chair, watch the
Yes.
sunset, take some pictures. That's usually my go-to thing to do when I'm in a really not good situation. So for me, again, it's the peace that you get when taking sunsets.
So, okay. So, Jerus, see, you are a content creator, a normal person in a normal life, not even a content creator, a normal person
Mm,
who's watching TV,
mm.
films, series. What is your favorite genre of film or maybe series like which you are really into that you cannot skip it?
Now, like films,
Films, yes.
like movies. Whew, I don't compared to before. Like I don't watch a lot of movies anymore. It's usually blockbusters, Avengers, Marvel. Those are the movies that I watch. But I like anything with a twist.
Mm,
If it's something that will make you think,
mm.
like will make you wonder, like what's going on, like, and then at the end it'll be like a huge reveal. those are usually my type of movies aside from the blockbusters, right? So those are the I know a lot of people that hates that. They hate guessing, they hate thinking, but for me, I love it. I love trying to decode
So do you realize, like, since you're in also in this field and you
uh,
do also shoot, realizing after being a filmmaker, you mostly time have a judge guessing a right guess that this is going to happen in the film because you already knew the process, you already knew everything. So
exactly,
sometimes you say,
exactly.
no, no, I know what's happening. So okay, so Jerus, you're here in Dubai for almost 20 years. You have been working with lots of companies, lots of
Uh,
brands. Who is your most favorite personality here, being in same field in a content creation, be it
Here in Dubai.
YouTuber or maybe content creator or
Um,
influencer or photographer or filmmaker?
okay, I would say TG from Dubai.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Ehsan,
TG.
Ehsan Salihat.
Lasan. So yeah, uh, because when I started Instagram 2019, I was new. I was fresh. I created my account and I went on Google to search like top Instagram photographers, and he was one of the on those lists. He was one of those lists. And when check his account, I was like, man, this guy is big. He has a lot of followers. His photos are good, and he has a collaboration with different brands. It was like I want to be like this guy. Like this is the guy that I want to be with. This is the guy that I want to be. You know. And then luckily, I don't know what happened, but when I started posting on Instagram, I followed him, and I don't know. Out of nowhere, we actually get connected. I think I texted him, and then he replied back. And then after just a week, I think he invited me to go out to shoot some
Something, yeah,
sunsets,
yeah.
and then that started our friendship. So we became close when I started Instagram, and yeah, he gave me some tips. He showed me some insights, how to basically be successful in this field, content creation. So I owe a lot of stuff with from TG
Yeah,
Dubai.
I met him only
Uh,
one time when we were shooting for Dubai Ladies Club.
yeah,
So he was part of the production team. I was a part of event
yeah.
company. So yes, I met him like long time before. So being in a UAE for the longer time, Jerus, did you apply for the 10-year visa, golden visa?
I did. I did apply because I have a lot of followers, friends that got it. To be honest, they got it, and for me, I was like, I deserve it. Like if they got it, I surely deserve it. So I tried. I filled up the form. I created a PDF. I sent it to whatever email they mentioned. I don't know what happened.
Whoever
It's,
is watching, please check
yeah,
he's
exactly.
applied.
It's either I missed the email, but I know I searched my search bar. I tried Golden Visa. It doesn't show. So it's either maybe I forgot to send it. Maybe it didn't send. Maybe it was a wrong email. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Good thing you remind me. I will try to apply again because my visa will expire next year.
Mhm.
So I will try to reapply again, and hopefully I get answer this time.
Yes.
And if you get insights like direct person to ask, please tell me.
So Jerus, if you have a chance to meet your favorite personality
Yeah.
or favorite celebrity, who will be that one?
Ooh, Peter McKinnon. I think Peter McKinnon.
And
Yeah.
in celebrity of like in Hollywood or in Bollywood or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh. Ooh.
Because
Okay. Okay. This
because
is
Dubai is hub. You will
yeah.
find everybody here.
Okay. I think it's just recently I got this. I'm not a long huge fan of this guy, but recently I think I'm now becoming a huge fan of this guy, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh wow.
Yes, his humor. I think we have the same humor. If you will watch Deadpool, I think we will kind of have a good conversation. If we sat down in one room, I
Yeah.
think we will have a good conversation. So it's
Yes,
Ryan
yes.
Reynolds. I want to understand his mind, how he create this kind of like these punchlines. And the thing is, whatever you watch on Deadpool, that's him in real life.
Yes, yes,
If
yes,
you watch
yes.
interviews, that's him basically. So how he come up with these jokes with this punchline on the spot.
Yeah.
which baffles me, which
Yeah.
is really good, So I think it's him. Yeah.
So, Jeruz, if somebody finds you
Mm.
on the road, and he says, Jeruz, I want to be your assistant, what would be your answer? What is a
Oh, that's
parameter you give him that,
oh
okay,
man,
first finish this and then come to me, be an assistant?
bro, that's hard, man. Because I almost every day I receive that, and I just there are times that actually most of the time I don't even answer, which a lot of people they might offend because I didn't answer, but it's just hard, bro, because I cannot accommodate
Yeah, I
everyone.
understand your point.
It's very hard to accommodate. If everyone wants to become my assistant, how can I do that, bro?
Yeah.
I don't think I will have enough job to to gather every one of you, right? So I came to the point that I actually stopped answering those inquiries. Yeah, yeah. And also, if you're changing assistant every time, it's hard, right? Because for
Yes.
me, assistant is very critical in our job.
Who can actually relate you, who knows you, who
Exactly. You
understands
need
you.
you need an assistant that understands you,
Yeah.
understands what you need. That you share same humor, same ideas. So yeah. So for me, I'd rather work with someone that I trust. So I'm not comfortable having different assistant, different jobs. So that's why whenever someone send me a message, I feel bad that I don't answer them, but I just see no response is also a response for me,
Yes, a
right?
silent response.
Exactly. Sometimes it's better not to respond
Mm,
than respond than rejecting them,
mm.
right? So I feel bad. Sorry, guys, if you send a message, I didn't respond. That's because of it. It's better to not respond than give a negative
Yes, because
response.
somebody feel maybe can feel like
True,
hateful, and maybe
true.
that his guy is very
Yeah,
ignorant, something like that. Yes,
yeah.
they have to understand the parameters and everything. Yeah.
As much as I hate rejecting people, but I really cannot accommodate each and every one of you. I wish I have jobs every day that I can accommodate these people. But yeah, but I mean, I always try to get assistance from time to time, but it's not every time. It's not always.
Mm, mm.
So, but I had different assistants like Rahul. He been my assistant for a long time. I have Aman. So throughout my years, throughout my journey, I always have assistant with me, and I feel good that I have this this place that or platform that actually manage to help people.
Yeah.
For me, I love supporting people. I love helping people. So like time and time again, I will meet someone that are passionate and wants to learn, wants to become a photographer or content creator.
Mm.
So I hire them, become my assistant, and eventually they actually become a full time.
Yes.
So and a lot of them, some of them are actually very successful right now. Some of them work in very huge companies. Some of them actually already have their own companies right now. One of the guy, RB, he called me like a few weeks ago. He just started his own company, and
Mm.
I am very happy for him. So yeah, those kind of stuff, which makes me really happy. If I know that I at least somehow helped this guy, inspired this guy, motivated this guy, man, I always happy. That brings me a lot of happiness. Yeah.
So, what is your everybody see in being in field? Everybody has a worst experience and a very best experience with the clients.
Mm.
What is your worst and best experience with the clients on shoot, on site?
Worst experience. Oh wow. Oh, there's a lot. Okay, but there's one. There's one. I met one. There's one. Let's hide her on a name Karen. So she's Karen. Okay.
Okay.
So she hired me on an event. I forgot what event was that. And then I think it was a very chaotic event with so many people, and I think we had to talk loudly because music,
Because of the music, yeah.
people, so we had to talk loudly. And then I think she thought that I was shouting at her, but in reality I was just trying to raise my voice because
Yeah.
busy. So she got mad, and then she asked me to go home right on the spot. She asked me to go home, like I was like, what? What? Oh, we were just talking. And then she said that no, you were shouting at me. Like, if you know me, if you know my character, I'm not that kind of person. But then after a while, I figured out maybe she cannot pay me.
Oh,
Maybe she can't pay me. Maybe
yes.
she tried
To,
to,
yeah,
yeah,
manipulate something sugar coated and like you
sure,
got,
yeah. I think she tried to, like, try to find a way
yeah,
to not pay me.
yeah.
So, but still, I got my half payment. But yeah, that's what I was like. Okay, maybe this girl just tried to,
And what is your best experience?
a lot, bro. Ah, best experience, man. Getting paid before even doing the job. All the clients that pay you before the job even started, those are the best jobs in the world, man. But it depends. Have you heard this joke of wedding photographers that they're getting booked a year in advance?
Yes.
So they're getting paid a year in advance, and then after 1 year, it feels like they have to work for free because
Yes.
they got paid a year in advance. So it happens, bro. But yeah, those are the best jobs. Yeah,
There are
and
some guys, if you have seen them, um, there is one company called Full Time Filmmaker. They are from Utah, from America.
yeah.
His name is Parker Walbeck.
Mm.
So there was
Oh yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
So there was one guy, Landon, and there is one more guy. I don't really remember his name. He was actually part of that company.
Mm,
So he started his own company, The Real Vows something, and he's
mm,
shooting only the weddings right now. If you see his work, amazing. And there is one
mm,
more guy who is Matt Johnson, bearded guy,
Oh yeah, yeah,
amazing,
that
yeah,
one, yeah, yeah,
amazing guy in only weddings.
yeah.
So
Yeah, you need to be really passionate about weddings,
yes,
because again, if you're passionate about something, you don't feel you will not get tired of doing your
yeah,
passion.
because they love
They,
that.
they love that. You need to love it, and weddings very hard. But weddings, I did a lot of weddings, which is
Mm.
destination weddings. Local weddings, I did two, three, and I hate it because it's so much work. But destination wedding is different.
Yes,
I've been to Seychelles, New York, New Jersey, Germany
wow,
to cover wedding, and those are the thing is destination wedding. They're more intimate,
yes,
mostly like
yes,
10
yes.
people, 20 people max. So it's way easier to do.
And you don't
Uh,
have to capture that kind of occasions because
True.
they want to have a good experience because they have
Yeah.
traveled from this
And
country to
it's more
another
candid.
country.
It's more candid. It's just whatever, capture whatever's going on.
Yeah.
There's no much. There's not really much program.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's more intimate. It's more silent. So I will do, if I will do weddings, I will do destination wedding.
Destination weddings.
Yeah, but local weddings, no man.
So, what is your favorite style of shooting
Mm-hmm.
in film? And if you're talking about the video,
Mm-hmm.
so do you shoot on profiles? Do you shoot on log, or do you want to shoot raw?
Tough question. Even though I'm a filmmaker, as I told you, like social media changed my
Everything.
style.
Yes.
Like pre-Instagram, yes, I do a lot of film, music videos, short films. Yes, back in the day, if I had the ability to shoot raw, yeah, I would shoot raw, log everything. But these days, I shoot mostly social media, man.
Yeah.
I rarely shoot like films or anything filmmaking related these days. It's more social media. So if this is like a very basic job, I will just shoot it in standard profile, man, and call it a day. I don't want to spend so much time color grading.
Yeah.
So yeah, social media changed my style. Yeah, but I wish. I mean, if I had the opportunity to go back to produce again music videos, short films, yeah, I would want to, but it's not what I get inquiries these days.
Yeah.
And for me, it's about whatever's giving you money or opportunity.
So,
And
if you're talking about money, okay, let's separate the money here. If you have a chance to go back in the days, let's leave money. There is
okay.
nothing included with the money. If you have a chance to go back in the times, and if you have given an option that you want to shoot in a log or purely
Mm,
filmmaking, show your
mm,
art, or if you
mm,
have a chance to become an influencer,
mm.
what would you choose?
Just whatever I have right now. That's for sure. That's for sure, bro. See, back in the day, when you get a job, man, you have to do. For example, if you cover an event,
Mm,
remember you have to produce them 2 minutes video, 3 minutes, even 5 minutes.
mm.
Back in the day. These days, how many seconds?
30 seconds
30 seconds, 15 seconds, 1 minute max,
back.
and you get paid the same thing,
Yeah.
or even even more.
Yes.
So which one would you choose, man?
No, I got your point.
Right?
This is output because of the market right now.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about the pure art,
Oh
if you're
yeah,
talking
for
about the
sure.
pure love of your
Mm.
passion, so how do you choose then?
Yeah, that's hard because again, social media changed me these days.
Mm.
Yeah, because for me right now, I enjoy like today's content creation, today's social media, today's style. I enjoy it, especially short form content. I
Yes.
enjoy it, Instagram, TikTok.
Have you seen JR Ali?
Who?
JR Ali.
Who's that?
There is a guy. He was actually really got famous because of his one video he shot in Egypt. So, like, there was a guy, Sam Colder,
Sam Color, yes.
then JR Ali,
Yeah.
then Matty Hapuya,
Yeah. Yeah.
Ben TK, he's from Australia.
Yeah.
So these are the names which has a similar kind of a style. So
Yeah.
JR Ali was one of
Yes.
the guy who
Mm.
started kind of a transition from
Mm.
purple colors to
Yeah.
yes, kind of a thing. So his one video got famous. He shot in Egypt actually.
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Maybe because it was really famous. So
Yeah.
he actually sitting in his studio, and he just woke up and he just fell down from backways, and he
Yeah.
stood up in the desert.
Yeah.
So there was a transition. So
Yeah.
everybody actually copied that.
Yeah.
So that was a good guy. And there is one more guy, Peter Lindgren.
Mm.
He is from Sweden, I think.
Mm.
He's a bald guy and very good
Mm.
guy. So everybody, we actually gone through all of the YouTubers and everything.
Yeah.
So got inspired mostly like when I was shooting food. I
Mm.
was actually copying Daniel Schiffer.
Mm.
He's a very amazing guy for food only. So what is your mostly favorite style of video? Not
Okay.
talking in photo.
Good. Whenever I see those kind of videos, like for me, I feel like I know I can do it. Like I have the equipments, I have the background.
Mm.
Like I know I can do it. But the thing is, it's not my style. It's not my style. For me, it's about it's about showing your character, your my personality.
Yeah.
Like that's why whenever I do these kind of videos, I always try to make it like with my own style. Because if you just try to emulate someone, usually it doesn't show natural. It doesn't show genuine. I tried it before to do those kind of videos, but it and I don't know. It
Yeah, there is
flopped.
no different identity.
Exactly. So for me, I always go for whatever I feel comfortable. So for me, it's always if I do video, it's usually very natural, very organic. I rarely put effects transitions.
Yes, I
It's
hate
it's,
also.
it's
Yeah.
more it's more straight cut.
Yes.
It's because see you need to for me you need to balance between showing off and making sure that your audience understands your content, your video. So you need to balance that. So for me, I need to balance that. I try to tone down my video skills. I don't want to show up my video skills. It's more about showing my character and people understanding whatever I want to put out there. So you need to find that kind of balance.
Let's talk about, see, like, you have been to so many times in JATEX, maybe in
JetX.
a different events like that.
Yeah.
I have been to JATEX like maybe last year. So I found one video of one of the fellow filmmaker. He actually shot complete video of an event, like a kind of a travel video. Like if we are talking about the Sam
Yeah.
Colder
Yeah.
or
True.
Ben TK. So transitions from anything,
Sure.
any circle, any mic, anything. You're
Oh
going
God,
from
I've
here
seen
to
those kind of
there.
videos, bro. I've
Yeah.
seen
So do you think is it good to be have see for visual wise that is really good. You will
Yeah.
enjoy. But to having that kind of a transition, that kind of a video style, do you think it's actually explaining everything what is happening in the event?
Yeah, like what I said, it's finding a balance between showing off
Mm.
and and showing to people, like making them understand. You know, yeah, I'm not a fan of that for sure. Uh, but it really depends. If that was the client wants, then so be it. But I can imagine maybe that guy didn't get paid. He didn't get paid. Okay, I'll just do
Whatever I
whatever,
want.
yeah, whatever I want. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's what the client wants. We don't know. But I'm against that.
Yeah.
For me, if you work with the brand, you make sure that your audience will understand what the brand message wants the people wants to hear, right, or wants to understand. So for me, it's finding the right balance. It's just for me, it's irresponsible
Mm,
to just do
mm.
that kind of style, without even like asking the client, or or
Because it was a random shot, completely random shot.
yeah, it's just sometimes you just the transition takes the content,
Yeah, yeah.
the story. It just became the transition video. So I'm not a huge fan of those,
So
but
what do you prefer using? For sure you use FCP, right?
yeah,
So what do you prefer using FCP or very easy software called CapCut right now?
yeah.
What do you prefer?
Well, I'm a long time Final Cut user, but if I will start right now, I would probably go for DaVinci Resolve.
Okay.
But the thing is, I tried to shift of DaVinci, but the thing is, I've invested so much money
Mm,
on effects, on plugins, that I don't think I can jump to
mm.
any other softwares right now. I don't
So
I don't
what about CapCut?
I see it differently. I see Final Cut and CapCut differently. CapCut is more mobile friendly,
Yeah.
so I use CapCut on my mobile phone. I even subscribed recently to Pro. Yeah, for mobile fast edits, I'll use CapCut. But I'm really heavy into Final Cut.
Final Cut.
But that's my gripe about softwares right now. Like with Final Cut, especially, or even Premiere, like why they have all these advanced features.
Yeah.
They have the auto captions,
Yeah.
they have the smoothing effect, and it was for free at least
You will
before.
find the relight option which is in Resolve,
Mm.
which is available in CapCut.
True, right?
And you will find also the difficulty when you do masking, and if you are
Exactly.
removing yourself from the
True.
background, so you can feel the pain to
Yeah.
have a
So I feel like Final Cut. I right now I'm feeling left out because like CapCut is giving a lot of very
just
good
one
effect.
click remove everything.
True. So, but again, I'm highly invested with Final Cut.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have the money or the energy to invest into another software again. So I will stick with Final Cut. And the thing is, do whatever works.
Yeah.
Use whatever works. And I don't think people will even complain that, did you edit this in Final Cut,
Yeah,
or
they really care about the output.
it's all about the output, right? So yeah, whatever software you use, just you know use it.
Okay, Jeruz, this is out of the tech things.
Mm.
What is depression near to you? Because we are in the field. Uh, we have a time when we have a season. Okay,
Mm.
5 months, 6 months, 7 months, we have a lot of work. We don't have time to even properly sleep. Okay, and we do enjoy that time. When the time comes, there is nothing. Like recently, 2 or 3 months, like we didn't have anything.
Summer, yeah,
Yeah, summer. So in that time, how do you tackle that kind of a depression when you don't have anything to do? When you don't have a client who is actually paying you.
sure.
So how do you tackle that kind of a depression? What do you say
Yeah,
about that?
it's very hard. And my friend right here, Rahul, saw all of that. Like, remember before summer, we were very busy. Like both of us were almost every day we're working. Then all of a sudden, summer hits, no job for 2 3 months, very less job. Yes, it's very depressing, bro. It's very depressing. And I've been there. You feel useless, you feel worthless. But the thing is, we have to deal that almost every year, right?
So how do you spend
Yeah.
your summers?
It's for me, it's going back to the drawing board and then produce content for myself. Instagram. Luckily, I've already built my a following, my social media, so I have things to fall back, right?
Yes.
So if I'm not busy on my gigs, then I have my social media to fall back to create content. That's how I managed to create my viral videos, skits, because I wasn't busy, So
Yes.
I have time to focus on my content. So yeah, it's all about finding an alternative outside of your main job.
So how do you say, like, I'm not sure because I'm not really into that kind of a level, because this is,
Mm.
you can see since I have started now. So do you know Instagram page here? Like being a content creator, like on a pro level,
Okay. Do I know what
like Instagram page here,
Instagram page?
not page, like do they pay you?
Okay, okay. I don't think Instagram pay. Do they pay even in the US?
Even TikTok and Instagram, and no.
No, I don't think. See, I I don't think I will be on that level. You know why? Because my niche, I know my niche. Photography. It's very niche, right? It's not general public. It's not dancing. It's not pure comedy. It's not sports that will attract millions and millions and millions of people. So photography is a very niche
Yeah, selected
category.
audience.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Dude, I only have 28,000 followers, right? So it's not like I have millions. So I know my crowd. I know that I'm not really expecting to be that huge, but it's okay because for me, I don't earn from social media. I don't think I will ever earn from social media. I will earn from doing
Different gigs or maybe the
gigs,
brands.
different
Yes.
brand deals. I think that's what Instagram is for.
Hmm.
Instagram is not really into paying creators, but the opportunity, the jobs or the collaborations you get from Instagram is actually um, good enough to justify not paying the creators compared to, like, for example, like Facebook or YouTube. you know so yes, you get paid more, but I think there's more opportunity on Instagram. So again, it really depends on the platform. So that's Instagram for you.
Who's your favorite content creator here in Dubai, in UAE itself? Who you think that yeah, he's a competent person?
It's very hard, man. No.
There are lots of, or
the
maybe there is nothing.
Yeah, for me, it's I don't usually watch a lot of creators, to be honest. I don't really try to watch different. For me, I want to focus on my own style. That's the thing. The
Mhm.
thing is, the more you watch different people, the more you get influenced by different style. You
And
know,
unintentionally, you actually copy them.
sure.
Yeah,
And I mean, you've seen how many people copied Peter McKinnon,
yeah.
right? So for me, yes, I still follow a lot of creators, but as much as possible, I try to not consume so much of their content, and I want to focus on building my own style, which I managed to. Like, if you will ask someone right now who's the same guy similar as Jruzz,
Mm.
it's very hard. It's very hard to find a photographer, a filmmaker, influencer, and a comedian. It's just very hard. It's just I've built this personality, this character. So that's what my advice to a lot of content creators is: try to build your character.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest advantages you could get as a content creator is having your own character. Sometimes it's not about the skills anymore. It's how charismatic you are with people. How good your character is. So yeah, it's far more important than
We love
anything
your
else.
actually series of that kind of a videos which you put your play cards
And usually those simple stuff, those are the ones that works, man.
because it's
Yeah,
so relatable.
relatable. Yes, relatable. Yeah, and the thing is, it's unexpected. You don't expect that the joke will be that. So yeah, that's my kind of humor. That's my kind of humor. I'm not into someone that will make funny face or even dance. It's not me. But I will try to find ways to make you laugh without even talking.
Yeah.
That's my style. I will not these days. Most of my recent reels, I don't say anything at all. I try to, like, small about the expression, about the story. And even if you see my skits, I still applied my filmmaking tricks, like the storytelling. It's the build up, the whatever, the conclusion, and the climax. It's all there. So I still applied whatever skills I have as a filmmaker. I still applied it to my skits. So yeah.
So, Jiruz, we are living in the era of artificial intelligence.
Hmm.
People are actually using lots of AI tools. Let's suppose ChatGPT,
Hmm.
image generator, and everything.
Yeah.
So we are having everything right on of your clicks.
Hmm.
So how do you suggest and how do you think a photography future or maybe the content creation
Hmm.
future in the nearest maybe 10, 15 years?
Yeah.
How do you think are we going to be vanish completely because AI is
Hmm.
taking care of?
See, man, I've been in the industry long enough, 15 years, 15, 16 years. Yeah, I've heard that so many times, bro. I've heard that this will kill us, this will kill this. For me, it's just another tool, man. Yes, it's a huge thing like AI right now. It's very huge. It could potentially kill our industry. But for me, I see it as just another tool. So for me, I integrate. AI right now heavily into my content right now. Not into to my pictures, but it's more about helping me ease my workflow. For example, like ChatGPT. Like if I will have to create a script, or email to clients, ChatGPT. Yeah. For image, for example, if I need to add, I don't know, like a house or remove things on my image, AI.
Yeah,
And I'm not afraid to use it, and I'm not even afraid to claim that, oh, I use AI with this picture. I put that in my captions. For me, again, it's just a tool. Still, that's your idea, that's your creativity. Yeah, you still compose it, you still took the picture. Yeah, that's still your art. Yeah, you just incorporate AI to make your workflow easier. So for me, I don't see it as a disadvantage, but maybe to some other people. But my advice is to embrace technology.
the more you
Yeah,
will take it right now, otherwise you will be obsolete.
yeah. So if you for example, if you quit right now because of AI, it's your loss.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I've heard so many industry killer for 15 years
yeah.
until now, still here, bro. Even mobile phones. Every release of the iPhone, they always say, "Oh, this will kill the camera industry." Guess what?
They have a new
Still
camera. They
here.
have a new iPhone.
Exactly. And I even talk with Canon.
Yeah.
I spoke with them. I asked them, like, since the past 5 7 years, did you like your business went down? They told me actually their business went up, especially pandemic.
Wow.
It went up. Canon. It went up. It was crazy because of the pandemic, because of the people stayed at home. People wants to be more for content creation. The vloggers, the
Yeah.
podcasters, went up. So yeah, it didn't really die. So I would say, nah, next one.
So how do you deal with the clients when, like, I'm not sure what is your workflow.
Uh-huh.
Let's suppose you have done the photography for any of the event, any of the campaign itself. You have delivered everything. Client is asking you now, please give me the raw pictures.
Mhm.
How do you handle that? And what is your go-to answer?
Very controversial question, and I know a lot of photographers doesn't really want to give their raw files. See, for me, I see it in this way. For me, if giving the raw files will give you a better relationship with the client, for me, by all means, do it. For me, I don't mind if I get paid good. If I get paid good, and they're my client for like 5 7 10 years, they ask for the raw files. Would you really say no?
Yeah.
If you have a client that pays you good money and they've been your client for 5 years, they ask you for raw files. Would you really say no?
No, I would say yes. Okay, take it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's building relationship, right? But again, it depends on the scenario. If this is a new client and they're kind of, they're very cheap, they're very annoying, very rude, then of course I will not give the raw files. So, but again, if you want to build a relationship with that client, I don't mind, give the raw files. But also there's some jobs that they could make money from the raw files,
Hmm.
then that's different. For example, if you shoot product pictures, right? If they and you charge per picture,
Yeah.
then that's different. If you give the raw files, of course they will get it for free, right? So again, different scenario. But if you cover events, if you cover corporate stuff, and they ask for the raw files, I don't think it's a huge loss, man. To be honest, I don't think. I mean, come on, man. If that will give you good relationship with the client, if that could give you 5 10 more jobs from them, come on, man. Just give it away.
So, uh, being in UAE, we find every other day thousands of photographers and videographers are getting born. Okay. The market is getting saturated. And it's really, really hard to be unique,
Mm,
to be something different from others,
mm,
because every time, every day, you have a different new camera and people actually can buy it
yeah,
because it is very affordable right
yeah.
now. And every other guy who is taking a camera, he
Mm,
himself think that he's a photographer.
mm,
So how do you compete with that kind of a scenario situation right now? And the top of that, actually, clients also know about your camera. Are
mm,
you using Canon R5? Are you using 1DX?
mm,
Or maybe in the Sony itself? And they are saying that, okay, we can take that.
mm.
What do you think about that? And the market is really saturated. How do you differentiate you and the newbie.
Okay, I will say I will share my experience when I started on Instagram. Um, there was like really like big photographers like TG. There's so many big photographers already. And for me, I was like, it's about finding ways to separate yourself or to be unique to others. So I studied that. I tried so many things, and then just studying the market. Just try to find things that could separate yourself to others. Because the thing is, if see, guess what? Everyone is taking pictures of the Burj Khalifa. Everyone's taking pictures of good sunset. If you will do the same thing, then how are you going to separate yourself, right? So try to find ways you to
For example, I'm your client. Okay,
yeah.
I come to you and I say, okay, Jeruz, I want my photography to be done from you. Okay,
Yeah.
he actually approaches you because he likes your work.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first thing.
Mm.
Second thing is that the moment you actually quoted your amount of work, that okay, I'm going to be charging
Mm-hmm.
10,000 dirhams for the
Mm-hmm.
same work, and he's replying you, Jeruz, I have one photographer who is doing this same work for 2,000 dirhams.
Mm.
How do you tackle that kind of a situation? Because in some certain level
Mm.
he might be able
Mm.
to get that kind of a quality in
Mm.
2000, because
Yeah.
there are thousands of freelancers in the
Yeah.
market.
Sure.
How do you tackle that kind of a client? Because
Mm.
still you have a your
Mm.
shop to be run on.
Yeah.
You have to run your own company.
Okay. I deal with that by okay. I deal with them by not dealing with them. You know what I
This
mean?
is the best answer.
Yes, deal with them by not dealing with them. For me, this is my price. If you just ask for like few discounts, 5%, 10%, yeah, I'll give it. But if you will tell me that, oh, there's someone quoted me half of your price, by all means, go
Yeah,
for
you're
that
free to
person.
go.
Yeah,
It's
I
okay.
in terms of work, I never chase. I never chase. Don't put yourself in that situation
Hmm.
to if because that's a huge disrespect, bro. If
Yeah.
someone asks you to less your price in half, that's a disrespect. And would you really want to work with that kind of client, that kind of person? No, right? That's already a huge red flag.
Yeah.
If you make your quotation half, that's a huge red flag. And I will not. That's not a good starting point to have a relationship with the client.
Yeah.
So for me, if that started like that, I usually just no, I don't take it. I either pass it to my friends or just come on. There's so many other
Yes,
clients
you
out
can
there.
free to go to the
Yeah,
market.
yeah. And just imagine if you accept that job, man. That would be miserable, man.
Miserable, plus you are actually creating your threshold to be taken next time same rate.
Sure, yeah. And knowing that you could have done this, double the rate,
Yeah.
that will affect your creativity
Yeah.
and also your motivation. So and if you notice for us, like if we got paid whatever we ask for,
Yeah.
we are mostly motivated, and then that's how we get the best results. If we
Yes.
are the most motivated. So yeah, usually I will not chase. I'll just let them go. Let them deal with the person that is half my price, right?
Yes, and they will come eventually.
Oh yeah, yeah, they will realize it. They will realize it. Yeah.
So what is the future of Jeruz
Mm-hmm.
in Dubai?
Ooh, tough question. How many years are we talking about?
Till the time you're alive.
Till the time I'm alive. I think I will still do the same thing. I want to keep doing this, and I want to continue helping people,
Mhm.
inspiring people, motivating people, and just sharing my positivity, my sharing happiness, making people laugh. I think that's my purpose in this world, to motivate, inspire, and make people laugh. So I think I will keep doing that until the end of me. I hope not soon, but yeah, I want to keep doing it. And I will always try to find ways to do that. It can be maybe different platform. It could be VR. I mean,
Yes, yes.
AI. It could be an AI version of me. But I will always find ways to do all of those things. So
And
yeah.
by the way, if you don't mind, how old are you, if I may ask? Because I find Filipino peoples, they are actually
Jeans, our jeans.
Yeah, you'll not find people real age
I'm almost 39.
39.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Do I look 39?
No, never.
Yeah, I'm going 39, and yeah, I'm still happy.
So Jerus, my question: we are living in a different country, different
Mm,
era right now, and
mm,
there are some questions which we actually ask by ourselves.
okay.
Um, there are thousands of females in the market who are actually doing the photography, videography, content
Okay.
creation. Do you believe in gender bias? Like, suppose if there would be a Jeru's female version,
Mm-hmm.
would it be that much famous or more famous or nothing at all? How
Mm-hmm.
do you believe in gender differentiate with the same field?
Well, let's start with saying that in our field, it's really more dominated by male, right? Yes, there are some females, but mostly males. But if there are female creators, good for them. Now I think in general, females get more attention. Let's put it out there. That's the reality. Females get more attention than males. That's the harsh reality, but it's okay. It's
Yeah.
right. It's okay. See, it's not about being who's the most followed creator or who's the most rich, right? It's targeting the right people. As mentioned earlier, bro, I only have 28,000 followers. I don't have, there's some 100,000, 200,000, but you cannot even say that they're 10 times more successful than me, right? So again, it's not about the followers, it's just targeting the right people, you know? So if you get more followers than me, good, right? Good for you. But I know I have the right followers that I know that real followers, you know. So yeah, for me, it's just targeting the right people, you know. I don't care too much about the following. I don't really compare that much myself to other people. It's better to just focus on yourself. If because if you try to compare yourself to other people or other like gender, I think that's the worst thing you do is compare yourself to other gender. You know, right? So yeah, that's my answer. I hope I.
So how do you say, like, if somebody is actually purely doing a content creation in any of the country in the world,
Mhm.
how do you think that it's really easy or maybe a difficult thing to make a fulfill of your daily basis things as a only content creator because you
Okay.
don't have other jobs?
Yeah.
How do you like rate these things? Are we really making these things?
Okay. See, content creation is a really good career. Okay. I won't say it would give you millions, but it would give you a good life. Like, like free to do whatever you do. And also like, I mean, as a creative, uh, freedom is one of the best luxury that we can have. You know, so being a content creator gives you that. Now the thing is, us artists, creatives, it's better if you do it for passion, right? If you get money, yes, of course, absolutely. But for me, it's always about doing your passion. So I believe that if you do your passion, if you love doing it and you get paid at the same time, I think that's the best life in the world. But you can earn millions but not happy with what you do. I would rather do something that I love, and getting paid less.
But if you compare with the person who's getting a good money, but he's not happy with his job,
Yeah.
taking the other side, if you are a content creator or whatever, any of
Mhm.
the category, and you are doing your job, you love your job, but you're not getting a good money to living your good life.
Then it's on you. You need to find ways. It's about finding a way to divert yourself from that situation to another. Like remember, as I told you, I was selling on the street. I was
Yes, yes.
a street vendor before I became Jruzz, right? Imagine if I didn't decided to sell on the street right now, I would still be probably washing dishes in some kitchen these days, you know. So if I didn't had that kind of attitude mentality, I will not be Jruzz right now. And that happens again and again during the pandemic. Man, I slept inside my car. You know, I lost my car. You probably seen that story. I lost my family. So it's about getting up. It's about it's about fighting. It's about finding ways to achieve your goal. So if you're in that situation, if you're in a you think that a very bad situation, it's on you. You need to find ways. You need to set a goal, set a target, and you need to work hard. You need to give all the best to achieve that. But if you don't, if you just complain, then nothing will going to happen.
So, lastly, we would like to go for the last question. Like, not question, your message. I would like you to give a message to your followers who are actually loving you from the
Mm,
bottom of their heart,
mm.
and they love your content, especially the comics and everything, the skits you're making. So, what you want to say to your followers who are actually into this kind of creative world and who wants to follow you, who wants to
Yeah,
become a Jruzz?
yeah,
So, what do you give message to them?
yeah. So to all my followers out there, stay there. Stay right there. No, kidding aside, just keep on doing what you do. Just yeah, just do it for passion. Um, do it for happiness. Yeah, money set aside for now. Focus on yourself. Focus on doing what you love, and eventually, money and success could come. And also just keep following your dreams. Set a goal and try your best to achieve that. And yeah, just keep on working on yourself. Keep learning. Keep hustling, and keep on shooting.
Thank you very much, Jeruz, and I would like to thank you again, coming all the way from Dubai production city. And I know how
Sharjah.
hard it is to coming from Dubai in the very terrific traffic.
Yeah.
So again, I would like to tell my audience anything during the interview, during our podcast, if I have forgotten something and I have because of the time and everything, I would like to request you people that if you want to ask something to Jeruz from his expertise and everything, because he is really, really, really hardworking. Again, he has said again his complete story, that how he was and how he is right now. So again, thank you, Jeruz, for coming me
You're welcome.
in the
Thanks for
podcast.
having me too.
And I would request again in future again that I would have to call you for any other podcast. Inshallah, we will talk
Cool, bro.
about another topics. And thank you very much again.
Thank you, guys.